Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have finally the destination reveal of where these idiots are heading to in such a hurry. And yeah, they've clickbaited it. Will they be going left to the beach or will they be going right to the coldness, right? So I think we all know that they're going towards the cold because that's what they've been packing for, right? So that's not an issue. But before we get into today's meat and juice, right, we are going to take a quick look back at a couple of things that have happened recently, which I want to cover. Yesterday's video wasn't that brilliant, I know. I don't really cover it as much as I wanted to, but today I'm going to just flick back on some very important parts. In particular, the thing about them leaving the country whilst not having a valid MOT, which incredibly, I'm sorry to say, some people are in denial about. I put onto my TikTok, if you're not on TikTok or you're not following me on TikTok, go over there. I have a channel, an account or whatever it is, right? And follow me there, and I put up a video. It's gone viral. It's had like 8,000 views. I know. It's sad, isn't it? Anyway, I decided to put onto TikTok the fact that they had left the country without an MOT or a valid insurance, right? Because that is exactly what they've done. And the amount of people just in actual denial about them doing such a thing is just incredible. A couple of these comments, such as this. This one said, "I highly doubt it. He would have been caught. Leave the poor family alone." Yeah, he would have been caught. There's no guarantee that if you don't have an MOT that you are going to be caught. The only way that you're going to be caught is if, like, a police car is literally behind you and they're scanning your actual vehicle or whatever, right? So no, that's not a thing. And this one said, "He's using his lorry van. Do you really think he would be able to go through a border without insurance?" And that's the other aspect. Yes, the insurance thing, they do have insurance, but it becomes invalidated without an MOT. So I don't quite know if that pulls it up on with the police database. I don't know how it works exactly, right? I'm not a car driver. I only know what I've read and what I've seen and what I've been told. So but I do know that without a valid MOT they don't have a valid insurance. Anyway, so those were just a couple of points on my TikTok, and it just seems incredible that people seem to be in denial that the Inghams would do such a thing when they have done far worse in actual fact, you know. Anyway, right now I'm going to show you step by step that they are absolutely 110% definitely absolutely doing what I'm saying that they are doing. So this shot is of them in their RV, the motorhome, on the way to the ferry, right? And then this is them getting off the RV, the motorhome, whilst on the ferry. So you can see they are definitely using the motorhome as opposed to the smaller van, right? And this is their MOT. Taken today. This is, I mean, it doesn't say that it's screenshot today, right? So you have to take my word for it, but it is actually from today. I checked it again today, right? And it says this vehicle's MOT has expired, and it says Mercedes motorhome, which is what they have. And it also, well, don't worry, I know I've left in their reg number, but you know, according to Chris, that's perfectly fine. As you can see, even yesterday he shot this classic shot of some random's reg plate. So, you know, according to Chris, it is perfectly fine. But again, Chris himself has filmed this and left it up in one of his videos in the past on a previous car. Now, if you're confused, right, this is the reg plate that they had on a previous car. And when they got the RV, they transferred this reg plate onto the RV. So that, you know, and you can see it says the motorhome. This is their actual vehicle, the colour white diesel, date registered 1st of June 2011. Now, if you was to look for the exact motorhome type and the exact motorhome that they bought, you'll see that it was registered on that exact day. And as you can see, the the MOT has expired as of the 16th of January this year. Now, just to show you the MOT history on this motorhome, the last time it passed the MOT was on the 17th of January 2023. So that is the last pass date. This isn't a pass right now. This is 1 year ago that it passed, right? And it hasn't been taken for a test since, because there's some speculation that maybe it's failed its test. It's not failed its test, it just has not had a test. That's the issue, not that it's failed and he's currently driving it when it's failed or anything like that.
Months of modifications on the van.
Now, that was Chris admitting that he has done months of modifications on the van. Now, there's two things there I'd like to say. Firstly, is that a reason why he's not taking it for the MOT? Because he knows it'll fail if he's done so many modifications on the van, right? Secondly, wouldn't you want to know that you've done your modifications correctly and that it was safe to drive, right? You would want to know that it was safe to drive if you're going to take your family on such a long trip, but it doesn't seem to be that he wanted to.
Months of buying and getting everything that we could possibly need for every single redundancy, everything that could possibly go wrong, everything we've covered.
So he did everything that he possibly could to make sure the van was ready and right and everything. The only thing he didn't do was get it MOT'd, you know. So as we can see, as I hope I've shown you here, that they have definitely taken the motorhome away, and the motorhome is definitely not MOT'd, right? Those two are actual facts. They're not rumors. It's not me making it up, and it's not me speculating. Those are actual facts, as we can see here. So let's get on to something else which has really griped me recently a lot, right? So do we all remember a couple of days ago, in fact the day before they left to go on this magical journey, right? What did Chris say?
All in time, and Isla's Girl Guides, which we're going to right now, I'm taking her now, all in time to sit down and watch the last bit of this documentary me and Sarah are watching, hopefully, before we end the day.
I'm going to get some of the Girl Guides in, so she's buzzing.
Yeah, she gets to Girl Guides one more time before we go.
So we've all heard them talk about Isla going to the Girl Guides, and apparently she was going back there for one last time before they go away yet again, you know, whipping her away from something that she loves. And apparently she's buzzing to go on this, to go to the Girl Guides. However, it's the day before they left for their trip, right? And what day was it that they left for their trip? According to this, and it's on Esme's phone when they're on the ferry, they left on Monday, you can clearly see there it says the 22nd of January. Now, according to the calendar, the 22nd of January was definitely a Monday, and that makes the day before, you know, the day that he claimed that he was taking Isla to the Girl Guides, that would make that a Sunday, right? And as anybody with children knows, I hope you do, the Girl Guides don't really tend to run at the weekends, do they? So I'm gonna say that is absolute shit from Chris, right? And this is the issue that I have, right? We all gave them the benefit of the doubt. Did they ever take Isla to Girl Guides? Did she go one day and then never go back again? Have to be making this up all along. But I think this proves here that she's not going, and she probably never did. Now, the sad thing there is that they're using their daughter's inability to have what she actually deserves, and that is a social life, activities and things like that, and they're using that to bait people, to lie to people, and just say, oh, by the way, Isla, I know you'd love to go to make some friends, but you're not actually going to do that, but we are going to use that situation for our benefit. You see what I'm saying, Chris? You're an absolute twat. You are a twat. You're a fucking moron, right? Speaking of a moron, because I know that you love Spain, I found the perfect place for you. It's a little place. It's slightly southeast of Seville, and it's called Moron. Yeah, that's it's actually called Moron. I know. It's lovely. I think that's where you should go next, right? Now, aside from Chris being a moron, there's another thing that irked me and, quite frankly, concerns me, Chris and Sarah. When they got to the ferry, what time was it?
We just left the port. They let you get onto the boat. Was it 2 hours early? I thought it was 3, but it wasn't. We sat waiting for over an hour.
About 9:30 we got on with it.
Half nine. About 9:30.
Pop.
That's right, it was about 9:30 when they got onto the ferry. So what time was it then that you went down to the restaurant and had a full meal? A full meal? A full dinner? Did they not eat? Did you not feed your kids throughout the day or something that they can eat at this time of night? Plus, they should not be eating that amount of food at that time of night, really. To be honest, it's too late, right? It is too late for anybody, not just for kids, just for anybody. And then, after that, after they've had their full meal at that time, you then have them running around the playroom. What time was that, Sarah? What time were your kids running around the playroom before you finally got them settled down to actually go to bed? So as you can see, your kids have absolutely no routine whatsoever, do they, Sarah? No, going to bed at God knows what time. I mean, it's one thing actually having booked the ferry, and you don't really have any choice over what time the ferry leaves. It left at 11 o'clock, right? So you didn't have a choice there, but most people would probably have two very small children, the baby, of course, who were very, very tired. So you'd probably carry them onto the ferry, then carry them to bed and put them in bed, right? As soon as you got in, maybe they're already asleep, but not yours. Yours are full of vitality at that time. Any particular, maybe it's because they're on in the van the whole day and they don't really get to get out and burn off any energy at all. But what has always struck me about these is the insane things that they feel like they need to lie about. Why lie about such stupid things as this?
Something I don't know. Basically, we need LPG gas to run the heating system, and we didn't get any before we set up. We were planning on getting some before we set off. I don't know why we didn't actually.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one, Sarah. I don't know why you didn't either, especially considering Chris did get some, apparently.
The gas bottles are basically a backup. Just think, apparently it's hard to get LPG in somewhere where we're going. Am I allowed to say that or not?
No!
It's alright, I can say that. It could be anywhere. It's hard to get LPG where we're going. So that powers our central heating system, so we needed a backup. We've got a diesel heater, obviously, but we've also now got LPG in cans, just in case we need it and we run out and we can't find any anywhere. So we cush now.
So according to Chris, the day before they left for their trip of dreams, they did pick some up, but then the next day Sarah was saying that they don't have any. So, who are we to believe anyway? Right, one other thing I want to point out, whilst I'm at it, is the insane tube tying, untying thing. You know, why are you going away when you're supposed to be getting that sorted out? Why is that actually happening?
The appointment came through this morning for the last day in January, which is like 3.5 weeks away. So I'm not waiting that long. I'm not waiting that long. Oh, it's frustrating. Anyway.
So they got an appointment for the last day in January, but she's not saying, oh, by the way, we're going away on the last day of January, or we will be away then. No, she's saying, oh, I'm not waiting that long, and not actually wanting to acknowledge the fact that the reason why she doesn't want to wait that long is because they're not going to be there at the time. So she would rather be in somewhere in Europe rather than, you know, getting her very important tubes untied, tied, or whatever it is that she's getting done to it. But not forgetting the fact that she also has an appointment coming up in February for reasons unknown.
So basically my consultant called me today at 12 p.m. She called me just before actually, to tell me that I'm actually really shocked, like so shocked. Basically they can't get me in before we go away, which is in a few weeks time, bearing in mind it's not like next week or it's not like in a few days, it's in a few weeks time, and they can't get me in for a 20-minute appointment to go through everything that's happened, which is mind-blowing to me considering this is their negligence basically of tying my tubes or not tying my tubes, not knowing what they've tied, but they can't see me. So they're offering me an appointment at the end of February, which is like almost 2 months away.
Well, Sarah, I'm here to clarify that a little bit for you. You can't go to that appointment before the end of February anyway, because you're going to be away, right? You are actually going to be away until at least that period of time, I'm sure. So when exactly did you plan on having this appointment prior to then? I don't really know. And also, you know, you have been planning this trip for a long time, so don't make it out as if, you know, everything is just really, you know, unexpected, and you couldn't, you know, according to Chris anyway, it was a very well planned out trip that you've had planned for a long time.
Months, and I mean months of planning has gone into this. Months of modifications on the van, months of buying and getting everything that we could possibly need for every single redundancy, everything that could possibly go wrong, everything we've covered.
So this brings me back to the fact that a couple of months ago they talked very much like they weren't sure what they would be doing in January. In fact, it was very much up in the air, and would they or would they not be doing this amazing, super duper, never before seen thing, life-changing opportunity that they had going on. But this doesn't seem to be that. This is just a trip, right? So if they had been planning this for 3 months or more, or months, he said, surely they would have not been planning this life-changing event to be coming up around about now. So I don't know. But Chris has also given a groundbreaking speech in this video, right? We're going to get to all this in its finer detail later on in this video, but he has pointed out that this is the last trip that he went on to the Arctic was the most soul-inspiring trip that he's ever had.
Last year's trip in the Sprinter was life-changing for all of us, especially me. It changed me as a person inside.
So the last trip to the Arctic changed him as a person inside. It was that amazing, right? It changed Chris as a person. So next time you think of Chris as this person...
Have I ever done anything that could be classed as sexually grooming somebody? No. Hell no. Of course I haven't. Am I a paedophile? No. Hell no. Am I a sexual predator? No.
just you remember, next time you think of him as the person who messaged underage girls and, well, inappropriately messaged teen girls and fans and things like that, just think that he's no longer that person. The trip to the Arctic changed his viewpoints on life as an entirety, right? He's no longer that person, but he is the person who dotes on the misogynistic twat that is Andrew Tate. So there is that, you know, he is now a Tate lover, and that's maybe the change that has made him. He's also this person too.
I hope you've got all that monetization money safely stashed away that you've stolen from me, because I'm coming to take every single penny.
Yeah, he's also the person who has increased in his absolute twatty cockiness, right? So he is that person too. So he's made a very vast amount of changes over the past year, as we can see. So, you know, I don't know if it's for the better or for the worst, but, you know, there you go. So who actually wants to see what actually happened on the vlog? I mean, that was just a rundown of all the shit that they've been doing recently. I just thought we should all catch up a little bit. But now, if you'd like to just sit down, grab your popcorn, and take a load off with some absolute entertainment.
Guys, we just turned all the lights out.
Come back so you can see the full window.
I can't, because if I come back, you're going to just see my reflection. Can't see.
Give it here.
Oh my god, we're right at the front of the boat. This is the coolest view. We can see, like...
So you're going to get out front, on the front of the boat, on the deck, hang over the bow, and, you know, save me, Jack. Don't leave me, Jack. That sort of thing, is it? Sounds romantic.
Our cabin is literally at the very front of the ship, like right at the front of the ship.
You can't see it, you can only see reflection when I go back. It's literally right, you can see the ocean, you can see the waves, you can see the white waves then. It's really grainy and blurry and horrible. But you guys get what I mean. Look at the ships in the distance. Look at the waves, you can see the waves down there. We're literally right centre in the front of the ship. I can't wait to see this in the morning. It's going to look so cool.
So cool.
Yeah, sunrise, seeing as though we just found out we get a 5:30 AM wake up call. Nice. But sunrise is going to look so cool from here.
Question for you, Chris, or Sarah, depending on who was the camera person on that occasion. Any particular reason why you see your child asleep on the bed, right, and you decide, I know, I'm going to get the camera out and take a film of my baby or my child sleeping, you know? It's quite an invasion of privacy, some might say, right? I don't know, but it feels quite invasive. I mean, I would not like to be lying there asleep, minding my own business and being, quite content within myself, and my parents come along and start filming me. I'd be like, Mum, get the fucking camera out of my face, come on. I'm not looking my best, I'm asleep, got all bedhead and everything, and you're taking pictures, and then you're going to plaster them all over YouTube for all sorts of people to look at. It's not fair, Would you do that, Sarah? Would you? There's the question for you. Would you do that? Would you want that to happen? Probably won't care. I mean, you're quite comfortable in your body these days, aren't you, Sarah?
morning, I found welcome to boat life. Excuse the toilet in the background. Got a nice 5:30 wake up this morning. Came playing through the you know, the thingamabobby-doos. Mainly for people that want to go down for breakfast. Babe, you're blocking my light.
Yeah, babe, you're blocking her light. Come on now. You gotta give the talent what she wants, and Sarah is the talent, and you need to give her the lighting, the perfect lighting, so she can get on with her moaning about the being woken up so early.
Yeah, the wake-up call was mainly for people that wanted to go down for breakfast. We didn't. We brought breakfast bars up with us.
You did what? You brought breakfast bars with you. Nice. Okay. Nice. I mean, you don't think your kids deserve to eat some breakfast before you send them on their way, you know, for a long day's driving in the car? Do you not think that was a thing that you should probably do? Or just, no, just take a breakfast bar with you, stuff it in your pocket, and let's get on with it, is it?
And there's no way I could be eating a full English breakfast at 5:30 in the morning. So...
And we know that life revolves around Sarah Ingham, don't we? Yeah, you don't want breakfast in the morning, so none of your kids are ever going to eat breakfast in the morning, are they?
We were like, it's all good, we'll just snooze until 6:30. No, there ain't no snoozing happening when them are coming on every 15 minutes, along with a big long announcement about how the shops are opening, and now the shops are closing, and now breakfast's been served, and now we've got 15 minutes until breakfast stops being served, and now breakfast stops being served, and then they do the whole speech in Dutch, which is fabulous. So definitely no sleeping past 5:30 a.m.
Bloody hell, Sarah, that's pretty much basically the middle of the night for you, isn't it? I mean, even more than middle of the night. Usually, like, 8:30 is the middle of the night for you, isn't it? Bloody hell. How did you manage it? How did you, you know, are you okay? Are you, do you need me to call someone? Maybe get you some help? First aid, perhaps? 5:30, how dare they? How dare they? Don't they know that they have a queen on board, actual royalty, right? And that's where your and Rosie's stories intertwine, because wasn't she, well, she wasn't royalty, she was just well off, wasn't she, in the film? Anyway, yes, yeah, I mean, how dare they wake you up at 5:30 in the morning? The morning! The nerve.
Saying that, I didn't sleep last night, not a wink. Not because the crossing was overly bad, don't get me wrong. There was a few whoa, I'm about to fall out of bed moments. But it wasn't that bad. You know, sometimes when a wave, you probably know this if you've been on like a ferry or a cruise, sometimes if there's a big wave and the boat smashes into it, it makes this really loud boom.
Yes, Sarah, another one of your relatable moments have gone over my head because I can't relate, I'm afraid. I've never ever been on a boat. I know. Although I do realise it's one of those moments that is a little more relatable to a lot of other people these days, right? Because a lot of you will have also been on the ferries crossing one way or another, right? I haven't personally. I don't really want to. There's nowhere I want to go, you know, in any direction over the sea. Plus the fact that I don't really like the sea. I don't like boats, and I will probably fall in and drown. Yeah, those things will happen if I take a boat. Guarantee it. Right. So I'm not going to do that. Where was I? Yeah, relatability. I can't relate to the waves crashing and you being woken up in the middle of the night.
Bang noise. That, did you hear that quite a few times?
Yes.
Don't think I might noise if Aurora's still sleeping. I heard that a few times, which was very loud. But yeah, it was a really nice route. Oh, it's so hot as well. So hot. 1 minute Aurora was like really, I thought it was quite chilly in here, and I thought Aurora's blanket's not going to be enough. Our bed came with 2 single thin duvets, so I was like, oh, that's fine, I'll just put one of the duvets on Aurora, like under her arms, and I'll use the other one for me. And then halfway through the night I was like, what is with this heat? I think they keep it at 18 degrees, which is just too hot for me during the night.
That's the thermostat, so I'm going to adjust it, but I've only just noticed that. Just like 5 minutes ago. It's the idea.
Turns out we could have adjusted the heat. Anyway, this is the view outside. They actually just turned on the big light that's just above our room here. Huh? Yeah, the sun's coming up. They just turned on the big light that's just above my roof here, but that's what's making that big bright bit there.
Oh, is that physics with Sarah Ingham? Fucking hell. Is that what you teach your kids in physics class? Is it, Sarah? The light is shining on that area, so that is where the light shines and hits the bedding, and that's why we get the light, right? That's why the light reflects. Oh, what a fucking moron. Seriously.
Just before they turned that on, the view was incredible because there was no like shadow on the window. Bless little lady. Fast asleep still. Although those little hands keep waving a little bit. But yeah, we just rang the girls. It's really cool that we can ring them from our room. So we just rang them and told.
Okay, so here's a stupid question coming from me. I know it's hard to believe I don't usually come up with stupid questions, but you know, going back to the aforementioned, I've never been on a boat before, right? So they can phone from one room to another, right? Can they phone to any room that they choose? Because that's a safeguarding issue for Chris, possibly.
Them to come on down. But yeah, it's really hard to see the view now. There we go. Kinda hard to see, but you guys get the idea. Good morning! Good morning! That's so cute, Ed. So cute!
Okay, so serious question again, Sarah. You seem to have cultivated your family into behaving just like you. You know, you exploit the kids, so the kids, the older ones, know no different and exploit their younger siblings, right? So you've got Esme, who thinks nothing of just taking a picture of Mila while she's asleep. I'd say on your fucking bike if that was my older sister, right? Not having it. I'm not being asleep and being photoed. No, that absolutely not, right? Most people would be the same. You don't give your kids the option, obviously, but the fact that Esme, her older sister, is actually doing it is worrying to me, because on Esme's TikTok channel account, whatever the fuck it's called, right, on her TikTok is copious amounts of videos where she is using her younger siblings in order to get views and probably money too, right? So yeah, stop making that happen. That's not a thing. You can't allow your older children to exploit your younger children. You can't do that, Sarah. That makes you a terrible, terrible parent. And it doesn't even matter if you say, oh yeah, but my parenting is different to everybody else's. You can't nitpick at my parenting skill. Yeah, that's not the same thing though, is it? It's just having your older children exploit your younger children for cash and views and clicks and likes and comments, right? No, that's not cool. That is not, you know, that's not nice, is it?
Be careful, Mila.
Excuse me, I will move the Ferry's plugging with the wavy. She likes it when I plug.
She likes it when I plug.
I'm getting up, so honestly after you don't.
Did you guys double check your bedrooms?
Yeah. Such a cute picture. I see the boat.
You see a boat?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We've got like a boat. Like,
why is a boat towing us?
Pulling us in. No, it's probably maybe because it's maybe too shallow, maybe.
Is you on a petrol?
Who knows? Who knows? Does anybody know? Comment down below why a little boat would be pulling us in.
I think I know, Sarah. Can I play this game too? So I reckon, right, having never been on a boat before, so I'm just guessing here. Maybe, maybe you're actually pulling them, you're towing them instead. That could be an option. That wasn't put forth by the Ingham clan. However, I think if the boat is pulling it, it's probably directing it, guiding it, something like that, right? I don't know. Again, I haven't been on a boat ever, so don't come at me, please.
Maybe it's hard to steer such a big boat in a small... No, that can't be it. What, darling?
Big Barry in a boat, did you say?
I don't know.
I've taken so many pictures and videos.
One
good.
big bat actually came and bited the string off.
Big Bad Barry? Bite the string off? That would be funny. Right, Mila, there's a little problem. The baby cannot breathe when you're on her face like this. Right, lay nicely. Lay nicely. There we go. Rara! Aurora Pocket. She's like, just woke up. And Mila's in. You love her. So cute, Mila. Right, Mila, what do you look like? No, what do you look like with your suit on? She just jumped up and went, Mama, I look like a teddy bear. A teddy bear. You chilling there, Esme?
I'm waiting for you to take a picture. Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Where's the camera? I'll do it on my camera. It's 7:20, and I think... Do you want another boat?
Look, and there might be one back there coming as well.
No. I'm sure it's just normal.
Maybe this never happened on a boat.
Mila. Little Ted. Is it that?
Like they're running around trying to do
There we go. I'm sure it's normal.
Look at that big strip of wave. It looks really weird.
Ship of wave?
Strip.
Strip? I thought you said ship of wave. I was like, ship of wave?
There.
It does look really cool,
Strip
doesn't
is
it?
like a single wave.
Can you see it, guys? It's just there.
Looks like a tsunami.
So cool. Tsunami? Looks so cool. It's such a nice, pretty port to pull into, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so nice.
What, sweetheart? Your hair.
Oh, wow.
Are you too hot now? No, don't take it off. You've got no clothes on. You've just got your jammers on underneath. Leave it on till we get in the van.
So it was so cute. It was like an apple.
What? Wow. Whoop. Careful.
Woman's.
Big stretches.
You are always so happy on the morning.
Surprised.
Such a happy kid. Hello.
Are you going to sleep good in the van?
Good morning.
Did you just get in, Asman? Is it time to go? Let's go get in the van.
Alright, 2 seconds down the motorway.
Does sound like a massive lorry, that thing, though, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if that was my abiding memory of my childhood, I don't think I would be entirely happy, you know? Just remembering this lorry sounding thing constantly.
Obligatory breakfast stop. Needless to say, the girls are very happy right now.
Hang on a second, Chris. So you turned down the breakfast that was on the boat because it was too early to eat, but you don't mind having a bit of a McDonald's, is it? Okay, I get it's maybe a couple of hours later, but even still, come on, you could have had something to eat on the boat, you know, instead of standing there moaning about it.
Yeah, boy. Now it's time to get back on the road.
Quick stop for some LPG gas. And is that petrol's putting in, or is that the LPG? I've got no idea. Yeah, boy. I just gave little lady a feed. It's a sunny, sunny day.
Look, she likes Cinderella.
Sophie's here to play. Mama's Sophie Giraffe. You've all had a Sophie Giraffe, and now it's Aura's turn.
One.
You all had one.
Is it a new one? Or is it the
Oh,
same?
bless you, it's a new one. They're all new. Bless you. Wow.
Oh my god, she finally.
Oh,
That's a new high. She's never done 4 sneezes.
4 in a row.
She only
You
ever
broke
does
your
2.
record, Aura. Esme, that's because he's gone into the garage to pay you, beanhead.
Well, why did you tell me to stand here then?
That's so funny. I think he's gone to pay or ask them to turn the pump on or something, I don't know. Basically, we need LPG gas to run the heating system, and we didn't get any before we set off. We were planning on getting some before we set off. I don't know why we didn't actually, but we passed a few stations on this drive.
So yeah, I've already mentioned about the LPG situation and whether or not they have it or don't have it. I don't understand why Chris said we have got it, it is sorted, right? Because if it wasn't sorted, why say that? It doesn't make any sense. Please make it make sense.
That do LPG gas, because not every station does. And Chris was like, no, we definitely need to get some. We didn't stuffing her fingers in. We didn't get any yesterday because we knew we were staying on the ferry last night, so we didn't need to run the heating, so it wasn't like vital. But it's on red, so we definitely needed it before tonight because we're staying in the van. I'm actually so excited to stay in the van. I was too hot in that room last night. I can't believe there was a thermostat on the wall and we could have just turned it down. But
Isn't it told me to turn the aircon off? Like she said, turn the aircon off. It's way too cold in here.
it was cold when well, it wasn't cold, but it was not. It wasn't cold in our room last night, but it was just nice, you know, to get in your duvet. But then after an hour, I was like, nope. The thing's going up again. I think it's full. Is that all it costs? €13.
It's not fully green.
It cost a bottom. It costs €13.60 to fill up the LPG gas. How long's that? How long's that gonna last?
Oh, a week or more.
Really?
Yeah, it's because it
Week or more
expands as well, so...
It what?
That is full. That's definitely full. I'm going to put some diesel on the other side.
Oh, okay. Does that also run the fridge? I think that also runs the fridge.
Wait, what did you put in? Is it
LPG gas, yeah. I think it.
Yeah.
No, it's LPG. Yeah, I think that also runs the fridge. So
Yeah,
that's
it
good.
There's
That's good.
3 different modes on the fridge, so it can, yeah, it can
Gas, battery,
and
and electric for the fridge. But what I was going to say is that's what the gas bottles are for that we got just before we came out here. If you watched, not yesterday's vlog, but the day before, me and Chris went and picked up some gas bottles because the people where we bought this motorhome from told us that you can run the heat. Have I got this right? I always start saying something as I'm clued up on all this stuff and I know what I'm talking about, but do you know what? I've not got a clue.
you haven't got a clue.
I don't have a clue. I'm saying all this and Chris is probably going to cut it out.
You ain't got a clue. I've had to follow you for the last few days, your train of thought, and it's made me look a right twat, right? So basically what you're saying is that you didn't get the LPG, but you did get gas bottles. Is that right? I don't fucking know. I don't know, right? I don't know. So everything that I've been saying, scrap that. Apparently they weren't lying, but they were just misinforming, I guess.
Thinking just what she's talking rubbish for. She ain't got a clue what she's talking about. But I'm sure he said that you can run the heating off of the gas bottles instead of LPG. So either Chris is going to rip me for this clip, or he's going to cut it out, or I've impressed myself and I'm actually got that right. Let's have a look. Zoomy, zoomy, zoom in. There we go.
How blondie she looks.
It's got terrified she looks.
You look like a cutie.
She's definitely sat like, Mama, we've stopped the car And I'm still sat in my car seat. Can you please get me out? I got hiccups. I got cheeky chubby hiccups. Get me out and let me stretch my legs. Stretch your hands. Stretch your arms. Stretch your little arm. She loves singing. Little baby one.
All you hear right now is
Box touch it go. What else should we sing? It's too blooming dark. Are you ready? Little baby. Oh, little darling. Little baby, I love you so much. Little baby, little darling, you're so cute and sweet. Aurora, you're a butchy girl, a butchy girl.
I feel bad for the leaves.
All the leaves getting blown down the road. Whoa, look at that.
I know.
Of course, when I go to film, the wind stops. But there was a lot of leaves blowing down the motorway just then. Flying down. Where's my little butchy girl, titchy girl, butchy girl? Just when we thought we were back on the road, Aura is like, I'm just gonna go check this out. I'm just gonna go check that out. But the reason I've come back on vlogging, despite nearly a whole day of vlog being filmed at this one service station, is because I was right regarding the gas and the LPG. Basically, where we're going, LPG is very hard to come by. And whilst they're all over here in Holland and I think probably Germany, which is where we're headed, where we're actually going, it's very hard to come by. In fact, I think there's only one in the whole place we're going. Oh right, are you getting sleepy again? That's good. We can have a little feed again and then put you down in your chair and you can go fast asleep. Oh yeah. Trying to blow bubbles. And we're finally back on the road. What do you say, baby Chris? What do you say, baby Chris? Please. You're so bold. And we just made a quick stop for coffee.
Yeah.
Stop for coffee. Get out the car. Seats.
Yep.
Stretch our legs.
When it's the service station, there was so much Lego.
There was. Lots of Lego. Went into the loo. It was very sweet. What was it? You got 2 people stopped you.
Yeah, and they gave us a pack of mini Haribos.
Both.
Yeah.
Both. I mean, 2 people stopped us. I mean, like shopkeepers.
So, we was walking past this restaurant in the service station to get to the toilets. And and then I turned my side and he was going,
come here.
okay.
Esme got some too. Sweetie. Not in the it actually looks terrifyingly creepy, Ellie, the way you're saying it. It wasn't terrifyingly creepy at all. He's like, sweetie. It was very, very nice. You do have to pay €1, sorry, for toilets here in Germany.
You have to pay £1 to use
a toilet, Tyler. It's a toilet. But you do get to use the voucher, a €1 voucher in the stores.
Yeah.
So you're not really paying. I mean, you are, but you're kind of not. But you kind of are. Anyway, I was just going through her camera roll.
I've been dialoguing this whole trip.
Dialogue, and she just found the cutest picture of Jace. Show me.
This is 2022 Christmas.
1 second. This is not Christmas just gone, but the one before. Look how cute! It's crazy to think that Aurora wasn't even a thing then. That's just crazy. And now look at her.
Cheeky darling.
Dancing with big sister.
Little.
So sweet. Oh, that's so. Oh my gosh, Isla. What? No, stop it. Look how bald Mila's little egghead is there in the corner. Okay, it won't focus right, but she looks so teeny and tiny and bald. So cute. So Dad's making us all a nice hot drink. You having a coffee, Isabella, or a tea? I'm having a tea. I'm having a tea as well. We're all feeling a bit tired. Did you sleep? My head kept going like this when I was on that drive.
Oh, on this? I thought you meant on the ferry. No,
Well, I'm not surprised, Sarah. You were up as early as 5:30 a.m. I mean, I don't know how you're functioning still.
yeah, I did. I went for a nap.
Have you?
But it was like an awake nap.
Yeah, like a snooze.
Yeah.
Jason and Mila had good sleeps. Even though I think they probably slept quite good last night. Last night we were planning on in the room. We'd taken Mila's travel cut in because she was going in with us. And then we were putting her down to bed. She's hugging her arms, she's so cute. And she was like, I miss where's JC boy? Where's JC? Where's JC? And I was like, you'll see him in the morning. And then Izzy rang our room, because you can ring using the telephones that are in the room. And she's like, Camilla, come sleep with us because Jace wants to. So obviously, because they're obviously both used to sleeping together, which is just the most adorable thing. So it was cute. So Mila ended up sleeping in their room with them, and Isabel, the best night. Isabel ended up taking the. Was it you or Esme that showed me this morning?
Showed you what?
Like picture? Was it you? Oh, it's Esme. Esme, I'll insert the picture. Dad will end up forgetting. That's why I always film the screen, and Chris was like, don't do that, it's so much better when you just insert the picture. And I'm like, yeah, but you always forget to do it. So don't forget. I'll insert a picture of how cute they both looked this morning.
Yeah, they were adorable all night. They were just snuggling and poggling. It was really weird because I went to sleep last night, but I feel like I didn't go to sleep. Like, I feel like I was like awake the whole night. But it wasn't actually as rocky as.
No, it wasn't too bad. It was
that one, the Spanish ferry that we did.
Yeah, that was
bad.
Do you think? I woke up. No, I didn't think.
I woke up feeling sick and I was sat in
the I do, but I was awake most of last night. I didn't really sleep at all. No, I didn't sleep really at all, and it was quite.
I think it got bad at 3, and it was like a bit.
Yeah, it was.
Waiting for like 20 minutes, but it wasn't long.
It was really. There was a few moments I was like, "Whoa!" I'm actually worried.
Big ones.
Like rocking worried. There were some really big waves. It wasn't bad, as in it went on all night, or it was unmanageable.
It wasn't like from Greece to Italy.
It wasn't like I was expecting it to be horrendous, because obviously there's like severe. Isla's printing off pictures really close up of Esme. Her camera like instant prints. Anyway, there was storms and things due, so I thought it was going to be really bad, but it wasn't at all. Anyway, I don't rant about sleep because I might fall asleep talking about sleep. And you guys are probably all already asleep. Right, we're making a cup of tea. We're having a nice little stretch out before we continue our journey, and we are going to tell you. You probably all guessed already, but we will be telling you at the next stop where we're going.
I didn't choose my bit magic, so I won.
Is that funny? Why do you laugh when we said it?
It becomes not funny, Mama.
Oh, my screen has got so perfect before. Now it's got me like ugly thing in the corner.
Do it again.
It's like spiderweb. Mom.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so We didn't want to end this video before talking to you guys about what we're actually doing on this trip and where we're going, because we haven't done that so far. And the plan was to do this like in a much more lit and nice atmosphere. Alright, we might have found a bit of decent lighting. There you go, that'll do, this will do. As you can see me now without being fuzzy and too grainy. Okay, so we didn't want to end this video before obviously talking to you guys about what we're doing this trip, where we're going, what's happening. I'm sure you're all wondering, I'm sure you're all guessing, and you probably already guessed right anyway. So right now we're doing a big push from where we jumped into Holland, the Hook of Holland, from the ferry, and we're doing a massive push east through Germany, which is where we've been today, which we're still in Germany right now. And we're going to be turning basically north up towards Denmark, just after Hamburg. When you get to Hamburg in Germany, you kind of turn north, you're doing like an abrupt left turn on the map and go north up towards Denmark. About halfway up Denmark, we take a right or east back across the ocean over these incredible bridges, which you'll see tomorrow, and towards Copenhagen. And when we get to Copenhagen, we get right to the other side of Copenhagen and we cross into where? I'm sure you've all guessed where we're going right now. Obviously, this is Return to the Arctic, Part 2.
Is that it? Seriously, is that it? That is such an anticlimax. I'm not even joking, Chris. It really is. You keep saying, I'm sure you've all guessed it by now. Now, why would I have guessed it, right? On your thumbnail, right, there was a hint, there was a sign that said Arctic something or other, but the amount of times that you clickbait, I just paid no attention to that whatsoever. So, yeah, why would I? Because you always say things on your thumbnail that aren't true. And I just thought it was something different that you were going to do, something extra special, somewhere you've never been, somewhere that was going to be good and enjoyable to watch. But no, it's the Arctic. It's in the Arctic again. Yeah, same as last year. Okay, I've got to say, Chris, right, and I'm not joking here either, that last year's Arctic trip was not all that special to watch. Right, you literally did nothing. Right, the best thing that you did in your entire trip there was get to the top point, right? That, you know, the thing that, yeah, with the dangerous road, and, you know, got right up there. But what you didn't do when you got there was anything of note. All you did was take photos for Instagram. They actually said that as well. They said, yeah, we're just going to take some photos for Instagram and then we'll be done. Like, why? They've got like a museum and things up there to learn about the place that they're visiting, but they didn't do any of that because it costs money to get in, and, you know, they had Wikipedia, so they didn't need to after all. Yeah, by the way, Chris, this is absolutely shockingly crap. I'm sorry, it's not even gained my attention, right? That's sad. It really is sad, you know.
Except this is Big Van Style. Big Van Style Return to the Arctic Part 2.
And that's a major issue, isn't it, Chris? Because, yeah, you struggled a fair amount last year in your little van, right? Your DPD van. And you thought it would be a great idea to use the massive truck-style van this time. You know, you're going to struggle. Why did you think it was going to be a good idea? Have you got, like, any equipment for it to be able to handle those type of roads? You're an absolute moron. Did I mention you're a moron?
Whole new route, whole new goals, whole new insane places to see, whole new insane things to do.
Okay, so I have this question for you then, Chris. If there were all these insane things that you didn't do last time, why did you fill the entire trip with a load of shit things that you did do that you didn't need to do, when there were other things that you could have been doing instead that were so much more exciting things than last time? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, the best itinerary we've ever thought of or come up with, last year's trip in the Sprinter was life-changing for all of us, especially me. It changed me as a person inside. That whole experience has stuck with me ever since.
I am absolutely... Oh my god. Oh my god, Chris. Oh, it's changed you. changed you as a person? You know, I've already mentioned this earlier on, but bloody hell, Chris. How did it change you exactly?
And I don't think I'll ever be able to let that go. But this trip plan is going to blow that one out of the water.
Yeah, so is this then, please don't tell me it is actually, is this the life-changing event that you were talking about? I mean, if the last time you did it, it was described as life-changing and, you know, it's changed you as a person, etc. And now you're talking about going and doing it in a life-changing event. Is this it? Please, for the love of God, don't tell me that this is the thing that you were talking about all that time ago, because I swear to God, I will stop making videos on you if this is all you can come up with, Chris. Seriously, if this is the best you've got, as, oh my word, I don't know what to say anymore.
As long as everything runs smoothly to plan and to what we want to do, and the van works, which I really hope it does.
Shame you didn't get it MOT'd then, isn't it, Chris? Now you'll never know if it'll work before it fails.
Then this is going to be an insane little travel series, right the way up to the very tippy top of the Arctic Circle in Northern Europe.
Not being funny though, Chris. Haven't you already done this and done it to the tippy top? The very tippy top, in actual fact. So I'm not quite sure why this is so unique.
Months, and I mean months of planning has gone into this. Months of modifications on the van. Months of buying and getting everything that we could possibly need for every single redundancy, everything that could possibly go wrong. Everything we've covered. And we've got it all with us in a very tightly compact big van. Fully snow tired up, ready to go. And we all, me absolutely definitely included, could not be more excited about this. So that's what I'm going to say for now. We're heading towards Scandinavia, we're heading towards Sweden initially, and we've got an insane, crazy, mind-blowing route planned, full of all kinds of things. It's going to cover all 3 Scandinavia countries. It's going to be bonkers.
So you're going to cover all 3 Scandinavia countries. Don't they have 4? Anyway, what do I know? Right, so you've literally just said you're going to head up to Sweden, you're going to zip through there, you're going to go up to Denmark, zip through there. You know, that doesn't sound like you're going to spend any particular time in any one country. Just get through it as quickly as possible in order to get to your destination, which is Norway.
So hopefully you guys are psyched about that. Hopefully you're excited. Give this video a big thumbs up if you are. And I'm really excited to bring you some amazing videos over the next number of weeks that we're here. So I'm hoping this is going to be my best time ever. Last year I did not think we could beat that ever. It blew my freaking mind. Like, you could not imagine. You see these scenes on documentaries or other people's YouTube videos, you can't possibly prepare yourself for how it makes you feel inside. Actually seeing it with your own eyes, it's bonkers. And already we've just had such a good time today. Like, the ferry was such a good experience.
But you've already done the ferries. You've done ferries many times in the past, so it's not really a major experience for you. It's just another day for you, isn't it, Mr. 10K?
Driving through Holland was just incredible today. The lighting was so good today. It was like just perfect sunshine and blue skies all day. And as much as it's pretty much only been motorway, like, it's been awesome coming through Germany as well. And yeah, Uncle Paul, you better know we're coming for you on the way back. Absolutely, man. So get yourself ready, you ain't got long. Alright guys, listen, thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you're excited for some Scandinavia, because we are. Some Arctic winter continuing on, dragging out the winter as much as possible. And we'll see you tomorrow at 5. So thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Until then, good night guys.
Do people still say peace out these days? I don't know. It must be a Chris thing. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, is he deluded or something? Because he seems to think that lots of people are going to be as excited as he is for going on this trip. Now, I don't get why you would be excited to be watching somebody go on a trip, right? Maybe you can be excited for them, but it's not exciting watching somebody else enjoy themselves, I don't think. Anyway, you know, especially people who you have no affinity with, like you don't know these people, they're not your friends, right? Hi fam, listening, they're not your friends, okay? They are just people you watch. It's like a TV show, except for unregulated. Think about it, all right? So, yeah, if you want to see more of this exciting, you know, travel vloggy type thing, and let me know, and I'll keep following them until the ends of Europe, Northern Europe, and we'll see how they get on, whether or not they'll survive the trip. Who knows? It could be fun. So, until next time, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Until then, take care of yourselves, and bye bye.